I give really good commission plans, and I give bonuses as well, and we have a tight-knit group, so I stay very close with the sales guys and try to make an environment where everyone is friends with each other and we have healthy competition every single month.
Welcome to Modern Entrepreneur. Today we have Mike Kamo. He is a 28-year-old San Diego-based serial entrepreneur who, along with his business partner, internet marketing guru Neil Patel, who we've had on the show, specializes in helping up-and-coming businesses reach their full potential. Together they create cutting-edge marketing plans for seven-figure and above e-commerce businesses spanning multiple industry verticals, including software, consulting, and the auto industry. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so tell me what you feel like is your unique skill set.
I would say that one thing I'm really good at is delegation. So I'm not really good at anything on my own, just finding talent. And
so finding talent also.
Yeah, finding talent and delegating the work to that talent.
Yeah.
But I do think that's really important for any business because I notice a lot of companies try to hire people who are less smart than them or less good at whatever skill set it is that they want them to be doing.
Yeah.
But I believe it's hard to grow big if you hire that way. I think it's like in the sales development playbook, they use some analogy where they say if you hire people smaller than you, then you'll have a team of dwarfs. But if you hire people bigger than you, you'll have a team of giants.
Yeah.
So I always try to find people who are better, who are smarter, who are more talented than me at whatever job I'm hiring for.
Yeah.
And I think that helps make our company a lot more successful.
So delegation, though, the secret to delegation is challenging to hand off work and have it done the way you imagined it was supposed to be done. How do you get successful with that?
By initially doing it myself.
Oh.
Yes.
So you do the work.
I do at first. I do it for as long as I have to until I understand what's the best way to do something. And then I create a process and then I delegate that process.
Interesting. But then you delegate that process that you figured out to people that are better than you.
Yes.
And then is there kind of like room for them to be
make it better? They do, yeah. Of course, yeah. I don't like to micromanage, so I will create a process for them to work off of and then try to find people who are sort of able to figure things out on their own so that they can continually optimize that process too.
So it's like a baseline. It's like, you better be able to do this good.
Yeah.
Anything better than that is gravy.
Yeah, and come to me, have open communication, and let me know what things you discover and how you could do even better than what I'm doing.
And so do you, maybe if you're hiring a bunch of, I remember that Neil said something about like, we don't pay anybody less than 6 figures or something like that.
Yeah.
There's just like a bunch of, or not a bunch, a smaller number of really high-end kind of team members.
Yeah, that's correct.
Do you find that you have challenges with making sure that the stuff you've delegated is actually getting done, or is that just something that goes away when you have a bunch of experienced people?
No, we don't find challenges with that because we have somebody who makes sure that that is being done. We have an operations person or people that are managing that process and making sure that those people are doing their jobs.
Got it.
Yeah.
So your primary role at this point is finding talent and making sure that they're kind of like on the right track
and
to
growth,
implement Neil's crazy ideas.
And growth for sales. So Neil focuses purely on marketing. He doesn't do anything sales related.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so Neil's job is get as much traffic and leads as you possibly can to our site. And he's the perfect business partner for that because that's what he knows how to do better than anybody that I know.
And you're focused on the sales side.
Yes. Yeah, and I focus on sales and I also focus on fulfillment.
Yeah,
so
interesting.
Building out the sales team and then making sure that the work is actually being done.
So managing salespeople I've found to be a challenge. The classic challenge is that either they're no good at what they do, in which case they're a pain in the butt, or they're really good at what they do, in which case they're a pain in the butt because they think that that your success basically is due to their work and they become challenging. So how do you manage to like keep high-performing salespeople motivated and also on the team?
Yeah, so I come from a background of working in the car business, and there's two different philosophies there. There's you can pay people by commission or you can pay a salary.
Right.
And I'm a firm believer in incentivizing sales guys and paying them a commission, and in a type of commission in which they can make a lot of money if they do really well. Because those are, at the end of the day, your salespeople are the driving force behind your business being successful. So I give really good commission plans, and I give bonuses as well, and we have a tight-knit group, so I stay very close with the sales guys and try to make an environment where everyone is friends with each other, and we have a healthy competition every single month.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think that keeps them from thinking that, one guy thinking he's better than everybody else. I don't think there's no pride in our sales room. Everybody's just trying to make as much money as they can, and they're all friends.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And the primary thing you're selling is marketing advice?
No, so we do, we have an agency for marketing, which does
not just advice, actually implementation.
Yeah, we do implementation, SEO type stuff, and then also Neil and I have another software called HelloBar.
I remember.
Yeah, and so I've turned HelloBar from a SaaS where you could sign up for like $15 a month and do it yourself to an enterprise software. And now we're selling, I wouldn't say enterprise yet, but it's at least SMB. So we sell HelloBar for a minimum of $5,000 a month, and the prices go up from there, and we do annual contracts.
Wow.
And now we install HelloBar on your site, and we actually implement all the HelloBar campaigns for you.
Interesting.
Yeah, so our sales team is selling both of those things, and they complement each other very well, because when you get on the phone with somebody who's looking for help with marketing, they're really only looking for two things. They need more traffic, or they need more conversions, right? Just like the summit, traffic and conversions, right? So if they want traffic, we pitch them on SEO. If they want conversions, we pitch them on HelloBar.
Right.
Because HelloBar is that. It's really conversion optimization. It's taking your existing traffic and then having those people convert higher.
Got it.
Yeah.
So what in your business is working the best right now? What is the kind of cutting edge for you guys?
What works well for us is it's really continual training and learning. So every sales call that we listen to, or that we do, we record.
Yeah.
We listen to it, and we look for where the person sort of mentally dropped off. And we're constantly fine-tuning all of those things and putting it into a presentation. And so our presentation has already changed around about 8 times in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Not entirely, but just tweaking it, right? But it continues to get better. And what's been working really well for us is to have my sales guys stick to a script and stick to the presentation, because the likelihood of closing deals is so much higher when you have the exact same pitch every time.
Yeah.
If you come in and you try to wing it, or you think because you're naturally social and you vibe and you connect with people that you're just going to close deals by being you, it's not going to work as well. So I have these guys just do the exact same thing every time, and the chances of them closing has gone up so much.
How much?
So for example, on the agency side, my best sales rep is closing 1.4 out of every 2 deals when he gets to the presentation. So it's a 2-step close, right? Step 1 is we qualify them to make sure they're a good fit. Step 2 is we get on the phone with them and we actually show them what we're gonna do. He's closing over 50% right now on those.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And is your average, how many reps do you have?
We currently have 4 sales guys, and we have 3 SDRs, so 3 guys who are doing the qualifying of the leads.
Interesting. So is your average close rate much lower than that? Or is that guy like a standout?
He's an outlier.
He's an outlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
The average close rate's lower than that.
So it's funny how even though we try, as people managing sales organizations to create a process for these presentations so that ideally everybody can kind of do a good job at closing deals, still the force of somebody's personality has such an impact.
Yeah, you're always going to have your top performers, and you never want to set that as a baseline for people to hit their commission or their bonuses.
Yeah.
Because other people won't hit it.
It's awesome.
You just have to let the outliers do their thing and make you a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have everybody else, and those guys are all going to have to, they're all going to sit around the same place, and as long as they do a minimum, the minimum of what your requirement is, then you keep them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So what are you learning right now? What's kind of the cutting edge for you personally?
I'm just trying to learn more about sales, and mainly outbound sales, because we do all inbound.
Yeah.
We have so much traffic. We get over 1 million visitors a month to our blog organically.
Right.
And so, right now it's okay, we're not even at the point yet where we're reaching out to all of the people that are there's still so much room for us on inbound.
Yeah.
But I'm fascinated by outbound. I think it's the most amazing thing ever to be able to contact people who don't know you at all and build a relationship with them and be able to close them on a $100,000 a year plus sale. So I've been learning a lot about that. That's piqued my interest.
But I'm just curiosity, like why bother? I mean, it's hard. Why bother when you've got people coming through the front door in a flood?
Because we'll only get so big from inbound. Yeah. So once we get to a point where inbound is sort of capped, then what? Right? I don't want to give up there. You know, I want to figure out another channel. So that's when outbound will be introduced.
Interesting. So you're going to kind of like learn about it until you like are handling all those inbound leads.
Yeah.
And then move on to the
I'm learning about it now, and we'll probably launch outbound in a couple months, just on a smaller scale. We'll do,
begin to try.
Yeah, we'll do a test. Yeah.
Yeah. I bet your SDRs are so excited.
Yeah, totally.
Good. So tell me about your legacy. What do you imagine you would like people to say about you, 50 years from now or 100 years from now?
Sure. So I haven't put much thought into it.
You're a young guy.
Yeah, and I don't really care so much about what my legacy is or what people think about what I've done.
Yeah.
But for myself, it's important for me to build a $100 million software company.
In revenue.
Yes, in revenue, and to do it through sales.
Do it through sales.
Yeah.
And why do you feel like that's been important?
Because since I first got into business, I've always had goals, and they've been so much smaller, and they've continually grown.
Yeah.
And this is one of those things that's it's not here, it's up here. And so since you said 50, the next 50 years or however long, that should give me plenty of time to get there.
Plenty of time to get to 100 mil?
Yeah,
that is definitely a stretch goal.
Yeah.
So we've called this show Modern Entrepreneur, and have asked everybody what they feel like that means. What does that title mean to you?
Yeah, so I think that a lot of people interpret the modern entrepreneur as the guy who works from his couch and doesn't have to go into an office and gets to chill and choose his hours and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that type of modern entrepreneur is what is going to bring you the most success. It was actually not long ago that I decided that I was going to start working out of an office instead of working from home.
Yeah.
And I'm extremely productive from home. I don't have cable TV. I don't really care to watch TV. I just work. But there's something about going into an office that makes you get so much more done.
Yeah.
And so I do think that in my eyes, the modern entrepreneur is just the guy who's hustling harder than everybody else. I really think that's what brings people the most success.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, appreciate your time. Would you sign our wall?
Of course.
Thank you.
And really, if you're honestly, truly helping people and helping them make a decision that's in their own best interest, you don't have to guilt them into buying anything.